Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the show, and welcome back to Wonder May. We are continuing our look at everything Wonder Woman this month, and we are continuing our look at the Mattel, the now defunct Mattel DC Comics Multiverse line from the 2017 Wonder Woman movie, and the next one up we have is Steve Trevor. Steve, of course, being the spy/pilot that crash-landed on the shores of Themyscira that brought Diana into the war in the first place. Now, just like all of the other DC Multiverse Mattel line, we have just a red box with the open window. We can see the figure, his accessories. We can see the parts of the Collect and Connect figure Ares in there. Down in the corner, we have the shot of Chris Pine, also on the side. And as with all the boxes, we have this uneven cut to the box, which I do like, which gives it a little bit of character. DC Comics Multiverse on top, Wonder Woman logo, and we have our cross-cell on the back, which we've already taken a look at. We've already taken a look at Wonder Woman here, we've taken a look at Hippolyta here, and so we have Steve and Diana of Themyscira, and Ares left. So, that's it for the packaging. Pretty standard for what we've been seeing so far, so we're not going to dive into that too much. So we'll get Steve open and we'll take a look at him. Okay, here we go. We have Steve out of the box, and the first thing we're going to do is pull out the old tape measure and see how he fares up compared to the other ones. Now, if we hold this up behind him, we can see that Steve comes in at approximately 6 1/4 inches tall, which puts him about, if not at, the same height as Wonder Woman and Queen Hippolyta, the other two figures that we've taken a look at in this series. So that's cool. He's the same height. He matches up. Looks like the whole line is going to be roughly the same size. So we'll bring him up and we'll take a better look at him. And first of all, let's take a look at this. There's a little spot on his nose. Didn't even notice that before. Let's take a look at the face portrait. And the first thing that we see is, this is a very, very decent likeness of Chris Pine. And I know with Wonder Woman, it had a passing resemblance to Gal Gadot. Queen Hippolyta, I don't think looked very much like the actress that played her at all. This, however, does look a lot like Chris Pine, and it's a very decent face sculpt. Even the hair. Everything about this looks good. Wish he didn't have that spot on his nose. I'll have to clean that off later. Now, as far as articulation goes, his head is on a ball joint. Can do a full swivel around. There's not much in the up and down. That's about it for up, and that's about it for down. There's not much movement in that direction. He has a torso twist, just like the others do. Now, something else that he has that none of the others do, which is a little frustrating, is he does have a bit of an ab crunch. It's not much. Hold on one second. Let's bring this out a little. There we go. It's not much, but it is there. Just an extra point of articulation. He seems like he's going to be the only one in the line that has that. The arms go out to the sides. So he has that. Elbows are on ball joints. And they can do a full 360. Sorry, the focus doesn't kick it in. There we go. So they can do a full 360. Interestingly enough, he does not have a bicep swivel like the others did. He does have, I guess that was the payoff for getting an ab crunch. He does have the single jointed elbows, wrist pivot, H joint in the legs, so he can't do the splits. Leg goes out that far forward, and it will articulate that far back. Single jointed knees, just like the others, and an ankle pivot, but no swivel side to side. So he gets an ab crunch, as limited as it is, but no bicep swivel. Also, like Hippolyta, if you pull his arms back, you can get his coat off, but there's really no point to it because his arms stay green. It doesn't match up with anything else. So if you take his coat off, it just doesn't look right. So it's really better just to leave the whole thing on. Also, his hands are in these really funky positions, but they need to be in that position because he needs to be able to hold his shotgun. And so he has these awkward looking hand grips right here. This is another instance where he would have really benefited from having, like, maybe not additional heads, but like additional hands where he could just have open hands, or maybe a closed fist, or something other than just these awkward kung fu grip style hands right here. But he does need that to hold his shotgun. Which then brings us to the one accessory that he comes with, which is this. And this is a decent representation of his shotgun from the movie. Mine came a little warped. Keep in mind, though, like I keep saying, these are from 2017. These have been sitting around for a while. This has had time to let the packaging bend it a bit. And that's nothing that can't be fixed with a little bit of warm water, or even just letting it melt flat in the oven for just a few seconds. I think I just made it worse. Well, I'll take care of that later. He comes with, for Ares, he comes with the torso, the head, and Ares' sword. And I think that because he came with so many different pack-ins, they were a little skimpy on his own accessories. But also, what else would you have Steve come with? So he has his shotgun, and that's really about it. So, out of all of the figures from this line, there's really not much to Steve Trevor. I do really like his coloring, though. I do want to say that. I do like his coloring, and I do like his sculpts for the body, not just the face. I like the look of the undergarment, the clothes he's wearing underneath his jacket. His jacket, like Hippolyta's robe and Diana's, is a very heavy, very pliable, heavy rubber. Excuse me. I just like the coloring. I like the detail work. I like how the brown of his boots is a little weathered. It's not pristine. It's not clean. Everything about him looks like it's aged and worn. And he's worn it through the war. And I do like that. I do like that a lot. I appreciate the time that they put into that. As far as the coloring goes, this may be, and keep in mind we have one more to go, but this may be my favorite one that they've put out so far, just based on the coloring. Because his shotgun has a standard stock and not a pistol grip like modern shotguns would, you can't really get a good firing position out of him. You can't get like the butt of the weapon into his shoulder, into a firing stance, because of the way his hands are and because of the way the shotgun is made. And that's a little unfortunate. So that's what we have for you. That's our look at Steve Trevor. I hope you like the figure. I know I do. Like I said, I like the coloring. I like the look of him. I think this is a really good figure. I think he would match up with a lot of different lines, not just necessarily Wonder Woman. I think you could put him in, mix him in with a lot of different sets. He has a really good look to him. So we'll be having more coming down the line for Wonder May. We just finished our Halo Battle for the Ark series yesterday. We have more for LEGO Series 20. But considering all the stuff that I have to get out before the end of May, LEGO Series 20 may not show up until the first of the month again. So I hope you come back. I hope you join us whenever we finish this set and then take a look at Ares. Play well, everyone. Stay safe. And as always, thank you for watching.